Good morning, radio listeners. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes joining you this morning as we do every Sunday morning from the attractive studios of 89.7 WTBR, Pittsfield Community Radio. It's a great week this week weather-wise, Farmer.
Oh, my God, it was gorgeous, gorgeous. I wish we could do this all winter long.
I wish we could do it all year long.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. It's absolutely gorgeous out.
I don't want to shovel snow, so it's coming.
Well, hopefully we won't have to shovel very much, but it makes us happy for today's show.
It does.
It puts us in a good mood about that.
Yes.
I'm going to be playing some David Kincaid from his Irish-American Civil War songs, Lancome in for a 10-minute set of their music today, as well as Seamus Begley. How about you, Farmer?
Well, I think I'm going to start out with some Celtic Thunder, do some Irish Rovers, and maybe throw in some whole shebang if we have time.
Okay. All right, I just want to warn my listeners, we'll be listening to a longer set. First, we're going to be hearing from David Kincaid's Irish-American Civil War songs with Kelly's Irish Brigade. And following that, we're going to hear Lancome from their album The Livelong Day with their 10-minute version of The Wild Rover. So prepare yourself.
Grab a coffee.
Grab a coffee.
That whole communion with Southern Confederates so bold. And I'll tell you some men for the Union who in northern ranks were enrolled. They came to Missouri in their glory and thought at their might we'd be dismayed. But they soon had a different story when they met Kelly's Irish Brigade. When they met with the Irish Brigade, my boys, when they met with the Irish Brigade. Didn't those cowardly Lincolnites tremble when they met with the Irish Brigade? They have called us rebels and traitors, but themselves have thrown off that name of late. They were called it by the English invaders at home in the year of 98. The name to us is not a new one, though 'tis one that shall never degrade. Any true-hearted Irishman in the ranks of Kelly's Irish Brigade. When they met with the Irish Brigade, my boys, when they met with the Irish Brigade. Didn't those cowardly Lincolnites tremble when they met with the Irish Brigade? Not call us invaders, 'tis but states' rights and liberty we ask. And Missouri will ever defend her, no matter how hard may be the task. Then let true Irishmen assemble, let the voice of Missouri be obeyed. And the northern fanatics will tremble when again they meet Kelly's Irish Brigade. When they met with the Irish Brigade, my boys, when they met with the Irish Brigade. Didn't those cowardly Lincolnites tremble when they met with the Irish Brigade? When they met with the Irish Brigade, my boys, when they met with the Irish Brigade. Didn't those cowardly Lincolnites tremble when they met with the Irish Brigade?
drinking strong ale and beer. But now for the future, I must take better care, in case that misfortune might come to my share. While roving, I'll give it over. While roving, give all, and I never will be golden. While roving no more. I went into an alehouse. I used to resort family rare. It would thatch me a cottage, it would build me a barn, it would buy me a coat for to keep my back warm. While rolling, I'll give it all back. While rolling, give up. And I never will be colder. While rolling, no more.
Always a special, that version of the Wild Rover from Lankum. I probably told people before that I witnessed a live version of that, which is even longer.
It's
The version I saw was longer anyway, from their album The Livelong Day. And we first up on our show this Sunday, we have David Kincaid, Irish American Songs, Kelly's Irish Brigade, the name of that song. He competes with Derek Warfield, really, David does, in the sense that he's made an effort to collect Irish American Civil War songs for their, for the repertoire, and to preserve them. And that's a successful gig on his part, especially for not the northern side on the Civil War, as well as the Confederate side, as well as to collect those Irish songs. So he has several albums with that theme. And then you heard, as I said, Wild Rover from Lankum. And now you're going to hear from Seamus Bagley with Kilmoira.
bochellin mishe the huling long ekkert twarish na hart is farrinend Immunen per glocher zigal messe dres metal Ni holdem en hogen adon val bra Dar vakas kjult bogilera Ni lisria mohul remdo I khobra Lashna tut gungleter kilberer Kors is horo bochelin bra Is horo shin hom belive Tan jogar mordes bechore lang Kan den mol misland hilberen So da vintun loch men chlores fwylain An cherscher kerk frig agus an drede Gegeven og sledeven a gerach fe bla Isker melum le harven vuden Bin foe megan gunnar talligen chan fieg A trechent en tannig is markegen a gieg Bin air kud a hedis na kieta hoza Knokan in hilberen Is horo bochelin bra Is horo shin hom belive Tan jogar mordes bechore lang Har den nåde misland til hilberen Binola Sivenus ring agus ras agus kjolong gehiven a hemmend Bin gasser og griar gurkinia glera vacher en chiske na strikrian an oud Shinderelem gliver hocht plinter kart Han genåle misland til kilberen Sing up Es horo bocheline bra Es horo shin hom belive Tan jogar mordes bechore lang Han genåle misland til kilberen Es horo horo shin hom belive Tan jogar mordes bechore lang Han genåle misland til hilberen Thank you, mi madre.
Of love and hate, stand by the fireside. There's a good tradition of love and hate. Stand by the fireside and the rain may fall. father's calling you, you still feel safe inside when your mom's too proud. Your brother's ignoring you, you still feel safe inside. Oh, was it solo? Was this yesterday? Was this true for you? 'Cause while all the rest had taken time, this didn't do a lot for you. And the corners laced with memories tell you how it used to be. Your mother smiles, the children play, and all the bad things happen miles away, and strong feelings never bother you. You'll hold your head up while the rest of us try to call the stations, call the people we all want to know. While all the rest have taken time, you don't want to know. Tradition of love and hate, staying by the fireside. There's a good tradition of love and hate, standing by the fireside with the rain will fall. Your father's calling you, you still feel safe inside. Or your mom's too proud, your brother's ignoring you, you still feel safe inside. Oh, was it solo? Was this yesterday? Was this true for you? 'Cause of all the choices you have made, didn't do a lot for you.
I thought she was a vision that stopped me with her smile. Down by the river we walked along in style. She says you're welcome back again, and won't you stay a while? Down by the lagoon side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. And when we love, we'll love forever. Down by the lagoon side. I said, who owns that music so full of joy and pain, that the pipers and the harpers and the lamb-bag drummers play? She said, who owns the teardrops falling in the rain, down by the lagoon side? And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. And when we love, we'll love forever. Down by the lagoon side. And do you not remember, we once walked side by side, and the bells of Belfast City sang in harmony and pride. The past it has been taken, but the future's yours and mine, down by the lagoon side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. And when we love, we'll love forever. Down by the lagoon side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. And when we love, we'll love forever. Down by the lagoon side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. And when we love, we'll love forever. Down by the lagoon side.
A nice long set there, Farmer.
Yeah, it was.
What did we hear from you?
We heard Down by the Langan Side by the Irish Rovers.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's a river or something. It's a river bank, I guess. That's what I gathered out of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
And before that, we heard from
been.
Josephine Marsh with the Beau Canton Waltz. And, of course, Fluke was with us with the Coral Castle. You know, you noticed the same story I did in the Irish paper today about saving the dolphins, porpoises.
Yeah, porpoises.
Off the coast of Mayo, yes. They made apparently they've been crash landing there.
Yeah, there's something about it when I was reading it that they're trying to refloat them.
Yes, they bring them back out.
So that must mean they must be filling up with something, I guess. I don't know. Or are they just beaching themselves?
It's a rough coast, Mayo. It's very rocky. So I'm not surprised if some of them get injured on their way in.
Okay.
And I think some of them required some medical assistance.
Yeah.
But others are being brought back out and obviously set free.
Yeah,
so,
there was like a picture of one of them that seemed to be pretty
Eager to get away?
Eagerly to get away. It's a good word to say.
Most people are trying to get to Mayo, but not that. Not that. No, so, okay. Now we're going to be hearing from Martin Hayes and Dennis Cahill with The Lonesome Touch.
the landlord's agents standing with their crowbars in their hands. Four little children watch the fire and do not understand. Just another family evicted from their home, and the memory never faded for one brave man from Mayo. And he grew up in an English town and ideas filled his head. He read about John Mitchell and what Fintan Lawler said, how the landed gentry with their property unearned took the food from millions, gave them famine in return. And Michael Davitt was 19 when he joined the IRB, but the police, they arrested him in 1870. And the lies of the informer sent Michael Davitt down for 15 years in Dartmoor as a traitor to the crown. The landlord and his agent wrote Davitt from his cell. For cruelty and selfishness they have no parallel. And the one thing they're entitled to, these idle thoroughbreds, is a one-way ticket out of here, third class to Holyhead. After 7 years and 7 months this convict was released. His spirit was unbroken, his commitment but increased. And with one clear call, he then unveiled his plan. We'll form a mighty land league and we'll nationalise the land. Oh, forgotten hero, in poverty you came, but you never looked for riches and you never looked for fame. The interest of the common man, it was your life's aim. Forgotten hero, never vanquished in the struggle. Well, the rain lashed down all summer and filled the people's hearts with fear. And the harvest was the worst since the dreadful famine years. But the Land League's monster meeting showed the farmers they were strong. And if we all stick together, boys, it won't take very long. On the ruins of the cottage where first he drew his breath, Davitt said, I hope that I may have the pleasure yet of trampling on the ruins of this greedy, useless band and driving landlordism from the shores of Ireland. With Parnell as its leader, the land war held its course. Hold the rent and hold the harvest, they can't evict us all. And Davitt crossed the ocean, saying give what you can spare. And the Irish in America, they paid up their full share. But not for the first time, and neither for the last, the Dublin Castle bishops nailed their colours to the mast. And the altars rang with warnings, respect the law, we say, for these Fenians and these socialists are leading you astray. With the laws of private property and the army at his back, Buckshot Forster then arrested all the leaders of the pack. In the hallowed House of Commons, the gents did cheer and howl when they heard that Michael Davitt was safely back in jail. The Treaty of Kilmainham, Parnell threw it all away. 'Twas the turning point in his career, and he turned the wrong way. And the revolution missed its chance with victory in its sight, and fell down like a house of cards, collapsing overnight. David saw the land war as the first step down the track, and he hoped to see the end of the Queen and the end of the Union Jack. And I hope some tremor reached him where he lies in bleak Mayo, when they raised the harp without the crown above the GPO. Oh, forgotten hero, in peace may you rest. Your heart was always with the poor and the oppressed. A prison cell could never quell the courage you possessed. Forgotten hero, never vanquished in the struggle.
Come all ye young rebels, enlist while I sing. For the love of one's country is a terrible thing, and it banishes fear with the speed of a flame, and it makes a part of the patriot game. My name is O'Hanlon, and I just turned 16. My home is in Monaghan, the place I was weaned, and I learned all my life cruel England's to blame. So now I am part of the patriot game. This Ireland of ours has too long been free. 6 counties lie under John Bull's tyranny. So I gave up my boyhood to drill and to train, and made me a part of the patriot game. They told me how Connolly was shot in a chair. His wounds from the fight and all bloody and bare. His fine body twisted, all battered and lame. They soon made me part of the patriot game. In souls, and I wish that my rifle had given the same to those quislings who sold out the patriot game. Come on, ye young rebels, and list while I sing. For the love of one's country is a terrible thing. It banishes fear with the speed of a flame,
walked down the aisle. You should have seen his mama cry. She was the only girl for him, and he would never, never leave her side. And Daddy sends him the money down to build a castle in the sky, just like a magazine romance, a springtime honeymoon in France. Soon comes a bouncing baby boy, and he's the apple of their eye, a custom-made recipe for joy, a gift that money couldn't buy. But Bobby's staying out late at night, and Mary's drinking on the slide. Is this a world I'm dreaming of? If there's somebody up above, teach us to play the game of love. Pushing and pulling, tears on the pillow, taking and giving each day. She wants his loving, he says she's changing, slipping away. Now who needs the heartache of staying together? Let's call it a day. Some people say right from the start that love is just a foolish game, and when we end up against the wall, we find somebody else to blame. But if the loser gets a broken heart, how come the winner gets the same? Winner gets the same. Do we just pick up the house of cards so we can do it all again? Is this the one I'm dreaming of? If there's somebody up above, teach us to play the game of love. Teach us to play the game of love. When we gonna learn?
Wasn't that nice?
That was a very, very good tune.
Paul Brady. We like Paul Brady from his solo album Songbook with The Helpless Heart.
Helpless Heart.
And the first song of that set, Forgotten Hero from Patrick Street, their album Irish Times. The forgotten hero in the song is Michael Davitt, the leader of the Land League. Between 1878, he passed away in 1903 of a tooth infection.
Oh.
I did my master's degree on Michael Davitt. That's how I know that. And how about you, Farmer?
I played the Narrowbacks, and the song was The Patriot Game, and that was off the album After Hours.
I have to mention, on this date in 1997, Mary McAleese was elected the first president of Ireland.
Really?
Yes. Female president of Ireland, I should say.
Yep.
So this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes. We're saying goodbye for another week. Please listen to this show again next week, and please listen to all the locally produced programming here at 89.7 WTBR-FM.
And I'd like to say thank everybody for listening. Please stay tuned into our show again next week. And just enjoy the radio station. Be good, be kind, keep those Irish eyes a-smiling.
Guramagat agus jahi shahugan.